really like to know who's literally outside my window, and they're all having a really good natter, and they're doing it very, very loudly.
What is a natter?
A chat.
Ah.
Yeah. It's like, shut up and go away.
Is it a happy natter, or are they arguing, or...
It's hard to say.
Are you soon going to hear sirens and gunfire, or...
Maybe. I don't know. And he's off downstairs shouting at his kids. Oh, brilliant.
Well, in that case, you heard it here first.
I have preloaded the Eurocrate debate. It was not designed by one person. It was designed...
No, was it a committee?
It was designed by committee. It was designed... oh, my God. Someone who's good with languages. I'm going to post this. It's German.
Of course it is.
The standard was originally defined by the German Association of Automotive Industry, subsequently adopted across many areas of manufacturing and the shipping industry. Most common sizes are 800 by 400, 24 by 16 inches, which can be stacked together to fill a EUR pallet measuring 1200 millimeters by 800 millimeters without using, so there'll be no wasted space.
Oh, so it was something with the EUR Pallet. I thought I remember that one.
But that's good, though. And they both have Euro in their names. So if you, Phil, can now Google or in other manner try to figure out who came up with the EUR Pallet, I can...
the EUR Pallet, or EUR Pallet, known as the EUR Pallet or EPAL Pallet, standard European pallet, as specified by the UIC Pallet Working Group. Who knew there was such a thing? And the UIC 435-2 leaflet. Pallets conforming to the standardization are eligible for European Pallet Pool EPP, the system which allows for an exchange as pallet for pallet.
Ah, yeah.
EUR Pallet dates back to wooden pallets used in railway transport. 1961, the European Railways commissioned the standardization of a common pallet type under the auspices of the UIC. The inventors were brothers Ivar and Tor Svensson of Sweden.
Yes, I remember it being a Swedish thing, the pallet.
But the question is, though, is the committee, especially for the Eurocrate, is that committee shut down or is it still open? Because if it is, then they have a board. How do we get on it? And of course, we are the disciples. We don't want to get on there to change anything. I just want my name associated with Eurocrates. That would be a high achievement.
Yes, the German Association of the Automotive Industry, or VDA, is still very much active, and the current leader is Hildegard Müller, who's been the president since 2020.
I mean, you can't really have a more German name than that.
Not really.
I know who I'm going to befriend on Instagram, on YouTube, because I want to be the high protector of the Eurocrates. It's probably a German order, or you can probably get knighted or something. So that's my stretch goal for 2027.
Isn't it in Norway where you've got all those like massive underground frozen bunkers?
The seed banks.
Yeah, the seed banks.
Yeah.
So you're just going to dig your own for EUR pallets and Eurocrates, preserving the knowledge for future generations.
Yeah, so it's the protector of measurements. I'm going to have a Eurocrate vault where, but not the ground zero, but what's the? The French, they have the yard or the meter, right? It's a block of metal that's the reference for everything else. So there should be a golden Eurocrate in a frozen permafrost vault on Svalbard, and I will be the high protector. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Sounds really nice. I mean, what was that? The name you put in the chat, Phil? K- Kleinladungsstränger, I would say. What was that?
That apparently is the German term for a Eurocrate or small load carrier.
Yeah, Klein is small. That I know that.
Yeah.
Ladungsstränger. Nice. I have no idea, and I don't speak German.
No.
I mean, you could also going on that having a vault with Eurocrates now sort of thing. Can we have a conversion table of all standard measurements of length and weight and all of that in Eurocrates? So 1 kilogram is 1.6 Eurocrates of this size, and how many Eurocrates you need for a mile and all of that.
Okay, then the question we need to figure out what is the number one unit of Eurocrate, because there is one that all the others are measured against, and then making a table like that would be cool. Like the circumference of the Earth, 19,241 Eurocrates, and then conversion table.
Exactly.
That would be awesome.
Is there some kind of hidden mathematical, like a pi, but for Eurocrates?
Oh, you mean
or
the
some other
the golden ratio?
Yes,
golden
something
ratio,
like that.
Yeah. The euro ratio.
I'm getting very deep for what? Cheap plastic containers. But what does it mean?
I mean, if you want to be recognized as a true Eurocrate fanboy to get on that committee, you have to commit to the bit. I mean, I'm barely a hang around when it comes to Eurocrates compared to you two. So
is it a bit
but
like
that's a thin line, isn't it?
Sorry, carry on.
I mean, it's like when you're applying for a job. Of course, you want to come off as wanting that, but you don't want to come up as a tinfoil hat, because then they're like, he's too weird. We don't want it. We will have to work with this individual. So you have to tone it down. So you have to find.
It's like dating. You can't be too eager.
No.
I suppose it'll have to be a bit like when London cabbies want to get their black cab license, they have to do the knowledge. You're not allowed to use sat nav. You have to know all the routes, and you go and get tested on. You're starting in Blackfriars, and you've got to go to Gainsborough. How would you go?
But you have to keep it on that level.
You have to know every single permutation of Eurocrate size and their stacking order in order to get the perfect combination.
You're going to pack 2 Makita drills. What size box can you get away with?
Yeah. Go. You have 10 seconds. I mean, that will probably land you a job as a logistics engineer in a company. Because then you would be the Rain Man of Eurocrates. Like, we need to ship this. And you're just like, you need 14,000 Eurocrates type 2. You need 16 times 10. It's on 10, 20 feet containers. It just falls out of you without even thinking. But then again, those people you will never go the management route, or your name will never be in the scrolls of the Eurocrate, because you will still just be a low-level worker at that point. So you need to have a vision. But then again, leaving the Eurocrates to double back to what I actually teased the half pint with.
Oh yeah.
Spare parts. Because dear listeners, I'm still stuck in Vienna, and today I dragged my feet enough that I could pop into a store without the family joining me, so I could just take my time looking around. And I found spare parts for my Nalgene water bottle that predates at least 2012. And a few months ago, the plastic thing that keeps the cap on the bottle broke, and I thought there is probably ways of fixing this. I'm a maker. And I did some Googling, and it turns out they sell them as spare parts, but nobody carries them. So you have to buy online somewhere, and it costs more than the bottle. But today, I stumbled over an outdoor store that had these as spare parts. Now, they had like a rack of the bottle caps for the larger bottles, and I could not find anything for my bottles, but someone has probably put it behind everything else because he's going to come back to it later, because that's what I do. And lo and behold, there I found one. So I bought it. Probably for the same price as a bottle. I paid €4 for it. But it feels brilliant. It's been my go-to water bottle for 14 plus years. And now I have a new cap for it. And I can continue using it for the next 14 years. So I feel really good. It really made my day. And then, when you, of course, couldn't think could get any better, I stumbled over a store that sold these erasers that go on the backs of mechanical pencils. The very small cylindrical erasers that once you have used them, the mechanical pencil is useless. I found a box of those for €1.50. I think it was like 100 erasers. Fantastic. And I could almost not wait to go back to the cabin because, of course, I brought my clipboard and my Rotring 500 mechanical pencils. So I popped the lid open. I was going to jam it in because, of course, these are standardized, because who would bother having different kind of diameters of these cylindrical erasers for mechanical pencils? That's just stupid, right? God damn it. It's probably not more than half a millimeter off, but I couldn't ram it into my mechanical pencil if I had a hydraulic ram. So now I have 100 of those erasers that doesn't fit anywhere. So they will go into my hardware store as miscellaneous, and if they're going to be bullet in some future pneumatic Nerf miniature gun or rubber feet for some PCB board, I do not know. But, it took the high off my day.
You can buy those mechanical eraser pencils, can't you? Where you twist and just more and more rubber comes out. So I'm pretty sure you could 3D print yourself a container to have, infinite erasers.
Yeah.
Or you buy a lathe.
Or you might make yourself one out of brass.
And trim them down.
I did actually think about 3D printing a bracket for them, but I could. Of course, you can't buy the ones that fits my mechanical pencil, but it's like £5 for 3 of them. That's. I thought I did a good deal today. I did not. I could 3D print a holder for them, but it needs to be an adapter so it can fit onto my mechanical pencil. So, yeah, I might look into that, but I need to get home to my 3D printer to start looking for viable options. But,
Or making some kind of hole punch and push them through to shave it off.
Yeah. It's like a dowel jig, but for rubbers.
Yeah.
Again, spending £100 making a die and a jig to punch these £1.50 rubbers, then actually buying what you need for the rest of your life for the same amount of money.
Think of the savings.
Think of the video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, the rubbers were £1.50. The tooling, machinery, and time comes to about £500, but the revenue from the video will be about £3.80. So
They've paid for themselves.
each rubber is about £40.
Then again, that just makes them exclusive. So yeah, I mean, if you're into finer paper and stationary paraphernalia, just having expensive rubbers that just adds to the feeling. I mean, you could have some knurling on your rubbers to make them more exclusive.
Yeah. Or I mean, you can take this box you have and go to that fancy, expensive store and look for a mechanical pencil that they fit in.
Yeah, I was going to say you're in Vienna, so you need to go and pay a visit to Paper Republic and weep at the
Yeah.
prices.
I did Google it. I know where it is. But it doesn't seem like they have a lot of stationery. It seems like they have a lot of, obviously, paper, since that's in the name. So I'm not sure how much stationery I might expect to find there.
Oh, it's all their own stuff. It's all designed to fit in their notebook covers. They sell.
Yeah.
It's all made on site, I believe, or it's all made in Vienna. It's very high quality leather journal covers, and then you can buy all different inserts. It's a bit like Traveller's Company, but made in Vienna, not Japan. And it's top quality stuff, but oh yeah, Viennese prices.
Are you planning a pilgrimage there, Phil?
I might already have one of these things, which I bought mail order.
Yeah, but I thought you just going there to pay homage or like.
I wouldn't mind going there. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to Vienna, but strikes me as the sort of place you need to take quite a lot of money with you.
And have a passport.
Oh yeah, and have a passport. Yeah. I mean, I've got a passport.
Yeah.
It's just it expired 10 years ago.
Yeah. But then it's viable again, isn't it? I mean, is this the thing of how many other things that would entice you to go to Vienna would there have to be for you to actually get a passport and go there?
Oh,
That's not. I mean, that is just because going to this store that would be nice. You would want to do that. How many other of those?
You
things?
would have to have something else on the itinerary as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Rather
So
than
how many of those points does it need to be? Is it 1, 2, 3 more of the same caliber?
It would probably have to be about 10 or 20, I imagine.
It's that bad.
Well, I mean, you can't drive. Well, you could drive there, but flying is just I have no problem with flying. I quite like flying. I think it's a very efficient way of getting from one place to another place. But I hate airports.
Yeah, airports are
And
not fun.
I hate having to get somewhere like 3 hours before your flight and waiting around and being charged a king's ransom for a bottle of water because it's airside, it's been security checked. Bollocks, has it? It's just that you've got a captive audience and you can charge £5 for a half litre of water.
Yeah.
I went, I think it's 3 years since I was here last. And then, of course, I went to the hardware store. And this being, I mean, it's not Germany, it's Austria, but still, they have all the German brands. And me being a Bosch baby, I found all the German tools on a price that, I mean, you can't even match it in Norway when anything is on sale. And of course, Bosch has done an agreement with a lot of other brands to share the battery system. But of course, these are brands that you don't see anywhere else. But here in Austria, you can see those cheap ass brands that use Bosch batteries. But I mean, they're decent, but they're just cheaper than Bosch. And some of the tools, it's not in the Bosch lineup at all, but it's very much maker tools. So I'm just like, all right, I want that one, and I want this one, and I want that one, and that still doesn't match the price for one Bosch handheld drill. But then the problem is paying for extra luggage on the airplane. That cost is adding up. And then, of course, if you're racking up through the airport with 3 huge suitcases so heavy that you're struggling to carry them, the customs tend to get an interest in you. And then you have to pay the Norwegian VAT on those tools, and it gets complicated and then expensive. And of course, my brother-in-law was talking about one summer driving down, and I'm like, oh, bring my trailer. I got some items. So I have a list of things that I would like to bring back home. But of course, to make it worthwhile, I would have to make myself a tool smuggler. But I have the feeling that they would treat that lightly. I mean, if they caught me red-handed, yes, I would get a stern talking to and I would lose the tools and maybe get a fine. But I wouldn't find myself in a high security prison for the next 15 years, being scared of dropping the soap. But who knows? So I better keep it on the light side. So I'm just bringing some Euro crates this time around. So we'll see.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like a 24-hour drive as well. So
But think of the savings.
Yeah. Think of the savings, and then starting to calculate the fuel costs and the ferry costs and the toll roads, and turns out you can just order it online and have it shipped to you within 2 days. Of course, broken by Post Nord, but except from that, it would be easy sailing.
I'm just depressing myself looking at how much it would cost to replace my copy of Only Forward, and yes, about £200 or £250.
that is a bit much for a book.
Yep. That is a great shame. And just in my Googling, I discovered that Subterranean Press are closing down. What a shame. Because they did like original publishing, but they also did like reprints of books. Like, for example, this book never had a hardback release when it was just released originally as a paperback. And so they'll take a popular book or like a cult book and do a really nice hardback edition of it. I guess, there is a limited market for that sort of thing. They've been going for a long time. I think they've been going since the 1980s, but they are no more. What a shame.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever and that sort of thing.
No.
It's sad because they could probably have, if they managed to last for a half a year more, then AI would render them a new market that would make them prosper for the near future.
I suppose I'll just got to give it up that, nearly 30 years ago, I gave away a book that I really wish I hadn't. It still hurts. Never mind. Can't take it with you.
No, but you could get buried with it.
I can't afford to get buried, for fuck's sake.
He's not even collecting his father.
That's already bought and paid for. The cardboard tube's free. But yeah, a week later, I still haven't done that. I'll definitely do it by Christmas.
You're a maker, so you can start now. You can make your own coffin. with its own book rack and everything, and yeah.
Make the coffin out of books.
Yeah.
That's something nice to sprinkle in with your own ashes. The ashes of your favorite books.
Mm-hmm.
There's something poetic with that.
Maybe. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I like it.
The only way
It's a
to
bit-
burn books is with a body.
Then the thing is, which books? If you only were to, I mean, if you're going to read the same books for an eternity, I mean, you'd try to cram as much books in as you could, but which books? I'm guessing any book would be tedious after 10,000 years plus towards
Yeah,
eternity.
but how many books does it take to make a standard coffin?
And what size
Interesting.
books? We need some sort of agreed standard here. You know,
Yeah, how
I wish
thick
trade
can it be as
paperback,
well?
hardback,
And how
oversized
big is the
airport edition.
furnace at the crematorium? How big can a coffin be? In EUR crates.
I wish
In your
if only someone has made a standardized unit of measurement for crates, so you could actually figure this out. But I guess we're never gonna know. So
Was that only forward by Michael Marshall Smith?
that's the one.
Yeah. I haven't heard of it, so I'll put that on my reads sometimes when you have nothing to read list.
It's good. It's strange. It's a bit of a mind bender. And it leaves you with more questions than you could have possibly come with.
That sounds nice if you are in the headspace for it. So anything else? Haavard, when are you back in your workshop?
today's Tuesday. I'm back on Friday afternoon, and
Nice.
then of course that's my last weekend holiday also. So I'm back at work. So everything is starting to stabilize, and then my wife's still on vacation and gonna, I mean, occupy the kids for the next couple of weeks until school starts. So I'm gonna be back to normal working daytime, and then, of course, when the kids are going to bed, I'm gonna be in the workshop. So I'm looking forward to days being a bit cooler and more back to normal.
Yeah, sometimes normal is good.
The weather forecast here tells me that between about 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, it's going to be very misty. So I think I'm going to have to leave for work a little bit earlier and go and find some mist with my camera.
Your favorite thing.
My favorite thing. Well, fog's my favorite thing, but I'll take mist.
Mist is something.
Mist is an acceptable second place.
You're just looking for fairies.
Yep. Oh, speaking of looking for fairies, that's another good book. Oh, what's its name? This is just turning into a bit of a sort of like making and books. Podcast. Oh, come on, brain. Think. Somebody say something while I think. I'm sure it's James Herbert. Once by James Herbert. It's a sort of like fairy dark horror story. And again, I used to have a really nice illustrated copy of that book, which I did buy from an airport, but I don't have it anymore. But that's a good read.
Yeah.
And it's James Herbert, so it has a bit of filth in it as well.
I have never heard of him, so I don't know.
Have you not?
Nope.
No, he wrote. He's written a fair few. He's a bit hit and miss. Is James Herbert?
Okay.
The Fog, Ghosts of Sleeth, The Rats. There is like big horror novels, and they're a bit like Stephen King horror novels. They're like doorstops. And he's written some other ones which are university agreed as don't bother reading this, it's rubbish. But yeah, no. If you get one of the good ones, it's good. If you get one of the bad ones, it's bloody awful.
That's interesting. No, I haven't read that much horror, so I'm not read up on that, so to say.
Oh, well, a recommendation from me to you and all the listeners, or the listener.
All the listeners. That we should call them.
Yep. That listener that we got. But yeah, I'm back at work now after my 2 weeks off. Rubbish. But yeah, I still haven't sold the chair, so I still can't really get on with making the shelves. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next.
This is my last week of vacation as well, so it's when you're hearing this episode, it has ended and I'm back at work. But if I remember correctly, that week will still be a project vacation week, so to say, that the project is not shut down, but no one is expecting anything to happen. So it's probably going to be a slow week. I at least hope it will be a slow week. But yeah, I think I also long for some normality. Not having to activate kids all the time. It's tiresome. You need some time away to miss each other. That's key in any loving relationship.
Sometimes time apart is just what you need.
Yes.
Exactly. So until next week then.
Until next week.
I think so.
We need some time apart.
It's not me, it's you.
Precisely. Couldn't have said it better.
Yep. It's not me, it's my cat. Shut up. Oh. I think she's calling an end to this session.
Yeah. She wants to be on the podcast. Do we need a guest?
Probably.
Maybe not a cat. Not a cat, I think.
Maybe not this one, no.
Fluff, you can be a guest if you learn to speak human.
See that? She did.
Well, so now it's up to you.
Maybe we'll go with an English-speaking one.
Yeah. That's probably easier.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll think about that, and we might surprise you, dear listener, with an extra voice at some point.
Yes, at some point. Don't don't give them too much hope.
Not making any promises here.
Never promises.
Nope. Merely suggestions.